Okay. How does my mic sound? Good? Okay, good. We still have a minute, so. Well, thank y'all for coming. I know it's hard in the summer. We were just talking about how so many people are out of town and everything's kind of down, but that's okay. We're just experimenting. So today we are going to come out of the chairs, but it is optional. So I will go through the Warrior series in the chair real quick before I stand up. For those of you that want to stay in your chair, the purpose of this yoga series is so that you can stay in the chair. So you should. But if you want to come up, you'll be able to. So put this down a little. I think. Hi. Yeah, the coloring wasn't very good. I told them the lights are too yellow or bright or something. I looked half dead. Well, good morning. Welcome to Chair Yoga. My name is Karen. Let us start with the heart of yoga, which is breath. Let's just close your eyes, sit in a very comfortable position. Close your eyes and just begin to breathe. That is the heart of yoga, is breath. So as you breathe, clear your mind, be aware of your breath, what's happening as you inhale, what's happening as you exhale. And just clear your mind of any negativity, any expectations, anything that's just taking up too much space in your brain today. Just clear it, and then just open up your mind to hear this scripture from John 16. I have told you these things so that in me you will have peace. In this world you may have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. What a beautiful scripture. So as you breathe and close your eyes, maybe your heart, maybe your mind is telling you of an intention that you can focus on or meditate on as we go through our practice today. And know that this really is your practice. So only do what feels good for your body. We are demonstrating chair yoga during our summer series so that people that want to do the regular yoga, or many people are on mats on the floor, know that you are welcome, and you now will have the know-how to do yoga right there in your chair. So please listen to your body, enjoy your practice. Let's open our eyes and begin. Inhale to take the arms out, long arms, palms up, and exhale, inhale. Exhale, hands over, heart center, and namaste. Inhale to float the hands up. We start with a big stretch. Please modify as you need to. If you have shoulder injuries, don't go over your shoulders. Come out in front of your heart. Or if your shoulder's okay, inhale all the way up and exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, peace. I'm going to think about the scripture I read today and just meditate or focus on peace. That will be my intention for today. You may have your own intention, and that's perfectly okay. Or maybe you have no intention at all today. Maybe you just want to be in the moment. Be still. Inhale and exhale. One more big stretch. As we go into some side stretches, take that left palm up to the ceiling and over. Start small and then maybe gradually increase your range of motion. So it's more important to lift up tall than it is to tip over, and to go slow, to let your breath guide your movement through your practice. Inhale and exhale. One more big side stretch. Inhale and exhale. Just rest your hands on the sides of your chair, or maybe on your thighs. Be comfortable. Sit as tall as you can, growing through the crown of the head. And if you can just pull your belly into your spine, you will protect your spine. Let us go into some neck stretches, letting the left earlobe fall towards the left shoulder with a heavy head. If you want more, maybe you lift up your left hand and softly place it on top of your ear. Inhale. On the exhale, release. Sit tall once again as we let our right ear fall towards our right shoulder with a heavy head and a tall spine. And if you're wanting more, take your right hand and just place it on top of your ear. Inhale on the exhale, go on and release, lifting your head back up to the center. Let's do a little rotation of the neck by looking over the left shoulder first with breath. Inhale to look over the shoulder. And exhale, come back to the center. And now to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Growing tall again through the crown of the head as we stretch the back of the neck. Drop your chin to your chest and let your head be heavy, but let your spine be long. And breathe. And from here, with your chin on your chest and your eyes closed, let's continue down the spine by letting the rib cage cave in, letting the shoulders round forward. Let your head get heavier and heavier. Just relax and let it go. Feel the space open up between each vertebra as your head gets heavier and heavier. Inhale, and on the exhale, slowly roll your chin up towards your left shoulder. And when you get there, sit as tall as you can with a long spine. Half neck circles in slow motion. Inhale to drop the chin to the chest, rounding the spine. Exhale, come up to the right shoulder with your chin and grow tall once again. Let's do 2 more half neck circles in slow motion. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. Sit tall and bring your gaze back to the center. Let's go into some shoulder shrugs with breath. Inhale to shrug up and exhale to shrug down. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale to exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we can go into some shoulder rolls to the back, but keep your heart lifted, keep your gaze lifted, lift your shoulder blades up and shoulders around to the back, down, and move slow and move big. The slower you move a joint, the more tension you release from that joint. Inhale and exhale. One more big shoulder roll to the back. Let's keep our shoulders down away from our ears. Grow nice and tall. Maybe scoot a little more towards the edge of your chair unless you need that back of the seat for support. We're going to go into some upper body circles. Just place your hands by your knees and start with some small upper body circles. So we start small, we stay slow, and gradually increase the size of your upper body circle, listening to your body, to your spine. Maybe rounding as you go to the back, maybe lifting your heart as you come forward. Go slow and get bigger with each circle. Inhaling and exhaling as you circle. We're going to switch the direction of our circles, but remember, start small. Gradually increase the size of your circle. Slow, gentle movement, warming up the spine from the tailbone all the way up to the top of the neck. Inhale, exhale, come back to tall spine. We're going to move into a seated cat and cow. So nod your chin, look at your belly, then round your back. Again, let your rib cage cave in, pull your belly into your spine, and round your back like maybe a Halloween cat. This is called seated cat. And then as we move into seated cow, you'll lift your heart, lift your chin, lift your gaze, press your chest through, lift your gaze as you inhale, filling the lungs up with air. On the exhale, nod your chin and round your spine into cat pose. Inhale into cow. And exhale into cat. Inhale, rolling through the spine like a wave in the ocean. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And come up to tall spine. Let's go in and take our arms out in front of us and just take them out into a T. Lift your hands so your arms are in goalpost arms. Elbows are as high as your shoulders. Open up your heart as you press your shoulders back. And we go into cactus claps, taking the elbows out in front and the palms together. Inhale. Exhale to open up your heart. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Open your heart, lift your gaze, and reach your hands up. Inhale, exhale, float your hands back down to your chair. We're going to go into some spinal rotation. It's very important that you stay tall through your spine before you rotate. So we never want to rotate with a rounded spine. So let's lift our chin, lift your gaze, lift your heart, even your rib cage. Take your left hand over to your right thigh, maybe to the outside of the thigh. And then you'll take your left hand around to the back of your chair, maybe hold on to your chair. You know where you need to be to get the most out of your stretch and rotation. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, and breathe deep. Breathe so deep that you feel your lung expand here. On the next breath, slowly come back around to the center as we switch our hand grip to the other side. Now rotating around, maybe holding onto the back of the seat, chair, or maybe the seat or the back of the chair, whatever feels good for you. And lift your heart, lift your gaze, and use your breath to expand the lung. Inhale and exhale, slowly come back around to the center. We're going to go into a little child's pose, modified. So a modified child's pose, hands are right on top of the knees, nod your chin, and then just round your back and straighten your arms and breathe. Keep your eyes on your belly. And from here we can actually drop our elbows to our thighs or not. So it's just a rounded spine, relaxed, and breathe. On the next breath, we'll come up to tall spine, but slowly, articulating the spine, stacking one vertebra on top of the other at a time, so that the chin is the last thing to come up. And now we're going to lift up our left heel. And if you can, pick up your left foot and hold on to your left knee. And then we begin some footwork here. Point your foot, flex your foot, kind of a hard point and a hard flex. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, relax your foot, just kind of wiggle it. And then very slow ankle circles. Circle your foot as big and as slow as you can. And take note that the slower you can circle your foot, the more tension you release from your ankle. Let us switch direction. Inhale, exhale. It should feel really good. Inhale and exhale. exhale. And just let your foot dangle. If you can pull your knee up as you sit tall, do so, and breathe. We're going to go on and lift up that left ankle and put it on top of the right knee if you can. If you can't, maybe you're here. Maybe you straighten your leg and slowly pull your heel in. You need to work with your body. This is your practice. That's the beautiful thing about yoga, is we're all built differently, so we all move differently. Ideally, you would have your ankle right over the top of your knee. Sit nice and tall, and then maybe you gently press that left knee downward and breathe. Now, if you're someone that wants to go a little bit deeper and your body allows you to and you're built to do so, go in and take your knee up and cradle your knee and then just rock it side to side. Now, you can even go deeper than this if you wish. You can go on and cradle your whole lower leg and rock side to side. And breathe. So gentle, be gentle, gentle with each movement through your practice. On the next breath, we'll release, and we're going to just straighten out that left leg. Maybe come a little more to the edge of your seat. By the way, it's important that your ankle on the right is right under your knee. So we don't really want to tuck our feet under. It's never really good for the knees. So be aware of where your foot is. So we are now in half staff pose. Go on and sit as tall as you can, and you're in your half staff pose. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you can reach your arms out. If you have shoulder issues, stay here. Otherwise, reach up as high as you can reach, like you're trying to touch the sky. Continue to reach for the sky as you hinge 2 or 3 inches forward, and just breathe. Feel the energy flow through your fingertips. Maybe even open your fingers. Keep your gaze lifted. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you join me for a forward fold. As you continue to reach, you fold over. Maybe you let your chest come onto your right knee as you let your hands come towards your toes or your ankle, and breathe. By the way, it's okay to bend that left knee if you need to. Work with your body. Inhale. On the exhale, we articulate the spine to come back up to tall spine, stacking one vertebra on top of the other at a time. Chin again is the last thing to come up. Let's go in and slide that left foot in. Left ankle is under the left knee. As we pick up our right foot by grabbing onto our right knee, sit tall. If you feel any pain in your back, try pulling your belly into your spine. That engages your core and protects your lower back. Let's go in and just shake our foot and relax it as we begin our point flex, point, flex, point, flex. Keep going, pointing hard, flexing hard. So one thing I love about yoga is we try to work each part of the body. You may not realize it, but we really do. We go from the big toe all the way up to the top of the head. And that's why you feel so good and so restored after your practice. Shh. And it's gentle. It should be soothing. Inhale and exhale. Relax your foot and begin your ankle circles, big, slow. Maybe inhaling and exhaling with each circle. Switch directions. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And shake it out. Let's go on and lift up our knee towards our chest as you sit a little taller. Maybe, maybe not. And breathe. Next, we'll lift up that right ankle and put it on top of that right knee, or maybe for you it's your shin, wherever it feels best for you. Maybe you press that knee gently as you sit a little bit taller. Maybe you want to go a little bit deeper, and you can cradle that knee by just grabbing the knee and hugging it and rocking side to side. Or maybe it's the whole lower leg. You can just kind of place your foot in the crease of your elbow and gently rock side to side. On the next breath, we'll go on and release as we straighten out that right leg for half staff pose. I like to point my toes up to ground my leg. So we can use our fingertips to get nice and tall. Be sure you're comfortable and you're not sliding off your chair. And you're in staff pose, half staff pose. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you float your arms out long for a nice stretch here. Maybe you have shoulder injuries and stay here. Or maybe you float your fingers up, reaching for the sky once again. And then hinging 2 or 3 inches and pausing for breath and breathing as you feel the energy flow through your fingertips and breathe. You can stay here, or maybe you want to go deeper. Join me for a forward fold. By the way, you can just drop your hands to the top of your knee if you want to, or maybe you slide your hands down a little bit farther. Only go as far as it feels good for you. You do have your left thigh to support your chest if you need it. And breathe. On the next breath, slowly roll that spine up, once again articulating the spine. 1 vertebra at a time, stacking on top of the other, and lifting the chin last. Go on and let that right heel slide in. As we move into seated butterfly, the soles of the feet come together as the knees move away from each other. Sit nice and tall and breathe. Relax your shoulders. On the next breath, let's bring our knees back together. Separate your feet so they're about shoulder width apart. Float both hands up, this time up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky. And I'm just going to bring my heels in a little bit, but they're still pretty much underneath my knees. And from here, you can stay here, or if you want a progression, I'm offering it today to come out of the chair. You can press through your heels and stand up and sit in a pretend bar stool. Or stay in your chair. That is perfectly okay. You can use your hands to come up and breathe. Inhale. On the exhale, stand all the way up. Circle your hands all the way down. We're coming back to support from the chair. So I'm going to stand behind the chair, and you can do the same. So you want to bring your hip bones right to the back of the chair seat. Back. Spread your feet. We're going to go into a good morning pose. So here you float your arms out. Hopefully, if you're petite, it may hit you in the wrong place. It's kind of a perfect height for me. But you're just going to hinge over so you have the support of the chair. And gaze down to your chair seat. Inhale and exhale. You can stay here or join me for revolving triangle, taking your left hand under your heart and floating your right hand up towards the ceiling along with your gaze. Inhale. On the exhale, come back to long arms. As we transition to revolving triangle on the other side, dropping your right hand under your heart and floating your left hand and gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale and exhale, and then come all the way back to long arms, and then hinge all the way back up. Float your hands up into a Y. We're going to move into our moonflowers. If you're someone that can squat, you can back up a little. Otherwise, you're just going to use your arms. We'll start with just arms. So elbows come into the waist as you bend your knees a little or a lot. And then you reach out. So these are really about breath and letting go. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you're inhaling whatever your intention is and exhaling any negativity away. Maybe you're inhaling peace and exhaling anything that is not peaceful. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you're inhaling love and exhaling hate. Inhale and exhale. Bring goodness in, let ugliness go. Inhale and exhale. Let's make some sunflowers. So just make a sunflower with your hands. You don't have to bend your knees, or maybe you do bend them. So I love yoga because everybody's built differently. We can all move differently, and everybody does move differently. Doesn't mean that you're better than someone else or that you can't do something. It just means you're doing what feels good for your body. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Hands over, heart center. And I'm going to come to the side of my chair. I encourage you to do so also. As we go into our balance poses, you can keep your right hand on your chair. So you should be on the left side of your chair. So I'm going to do it modified. Go on and bring your left hand over your heart. Lift up your left heel. Maybe that's all you do today. So you want to ground the sole of your right foot into the earth. Pull your belly into your spine. If you want to keep going with the progression, you can float your foot up to the inside of your right leg. And breathe. You're in tree pose. Maybe you test your balance. Maybe you want a little more lift and touch. Maybe not. This is your tree pose. Be where you need to be and breathe. You can always bring your toe down. You can keep your big toe down. You can keep the ball of your foot down because it is your tree. It is your tree pose. Inhale and exhale. On the next breath, just release. Go on and drop your left arm down. Left palm is facing forward. Let's go into mountain pose. Close your eyes. Hold onto your chair with your right hand. Don't let go. If you feel dizzy, open your eyes. Otherwise, let's close our eyes and feel both feet just sinking into the earth. Feeling grounded. Feeling strong like a mountain and growing tall like a mountain. And breathe. On the next breath, let's open our eyes. While we're on this side, we can go on and go into our warrior series. I'm just going to scoot my chair up because so that it'll work for the video. You're going to take your inside leg, which should be your right leg, and step back. So the farther you step back, the more balance you're going to have because the bigger your base. And then if you can bend that left knee, do so. If not, it's okay. You don't have to bend your knee. And then go on and float your left arm up. You're in crescent lunge. Be sure that that front knee is over that front ankle. Maybe you get down lower. So you don't want your knee over your toes. You want it over your ankle. You want your hands, your shoulders, and your hips all stacked. Now, this next move is small, but it is challenging. We're going to go on and take that back right foot and turn it out to the side. And then kind of rotate your body a little forward and to the left, and you're in warrior one. And then warrior two, all you do is drop your left arm down. Stay holding onto your chair. I'm going to show you what it looks like without the chair. But I'm using the chair today. And then from there, we can go into peaceful warrior. You're going to flip that front palm up and reach up a little or a lot. Peaceful warrior. And from there, we're going to move into side angle. So you're just going to drop your left hand to your left thigh, or maybe your left elbow to your left thigh. Gaze down to your left big toe, and you are in side angle. If you weren't using the chair, your back hand would be up. Inhale. And on the exhale, come back into warrior two, floating that left arm out in front of your left shoulder. Warrior two is our reset pose. Next, we move into triangle just by straightening out that front left knee, hinging our upper body forward, and dropping your left hand to your thigh, or if you want a little bit more, maybe your shin. And breathe. Gaze down to your big toe. That helps to protect the neck. Inhale, On the exhale, go on and bend that knee once again and float your arm back up into warrior two. And now, this can be very challenging, so be careful. You're going to lift your back heel up and turn your back foot forward the way we started. And go on and float your arm up your back in crescent lunge. Now we're going to step forward with that back right foot as you bring your hand down. Very, very good. So that was pretty easy, huh? All right, let's go to the other side. So now we're going to go into our tree pose on the other side. So hold on. You can bring your hand over your heart. I usually encourage people to have a different tree on the other side. So move your arms somewhere else. Maybe you're going to be a fat shrub, which can be kind of hard, or maybe you're just a tall tree. Go on and lift up your right heel, and then maybe you float it up a little, maybe not. Maybe you keep your big toe down. That's okay. Remember the connection of the sole of the foot to the earth. Find a spot that's not moving, focus on it, and breathe in your tree pose. On the next breath, let's float the hand down wherever it is. Go into mountain pose on this side. Rotating the hands so the palm is forward, relaxing the arm down, closing your eyes, and once again grounding ourselves by pressing the soles of the feet firmly into the earth, all four corners of the feet, growing tall and strong like a mountain. This is where your strength is. This is where the mind and the body and the spirit all connect. To be one, to be stronger. Let us breathe. And if you have an intention, you would be thinking of your intention here. On the next breath, let's open our eyes as we move into our warrior series on the other side. So we're going to take that inside left foot back, not a little, but a lot. So even if it takes a couple of steps, remember the bigger the base, the bigger the distance between your front foot and your back foot, the easier it is to stabilize. And then go on and see if you can bend your right knee. Float your right arm up. Gaze down, be sure that right knee is not over your toes. You should always be able to see your toenails. If you can't, stand up just a little bit more. We want to protect our knees here. You're in crescent lunge. So your hand, your shoulders, and your hips are all stacked. Go in and turn that left foot out to the side, and then rotate your upper body a little more to the right if you can, and you'll feel that great stretch, that opening up. You're in warrior one. On warrior two, we just float that right arm straight out in front of our right shoulder. You're in warrior two, right? By the way, stay where you are. Hold on to your chair. I'm just going to show you warrior two without the chair. You are always welcome to let go of the chair if you feel that is where you need to be. And then we move into peaceful warrior, my favorite. Flip the palm up and then begin to reach up with your gaze towards the ceiling. And if the lights are too bright, just close your eyes. You're holding on to the chair. Sometimes you can take it a little bit deeper by going a little higher with your arm or even towards the back wall. And breathe. And on the next breath, we'll come back into our warrior two with our long right arm out in front. Moving into side angle, you can drop your right hand to your thigh or maybe your elbow, whatever works for you. Gazing down to your right big toe, side angle. And by the way, if you wanted to go deeper, extended side angle, you could do it holding onto the chair by floating that right hand to the inside of your right ankle, or not. And on the next breath, go in and come back into warrior two with that long right arm out in front of your right shoulder as we go into triangle pose. Go in and straighten out the right knee. Hinge your upper body forward, dropping your right hand to your right thigh, or maybe your shin, not the knee, because the knee joint can be very delicate. Gazing down to your right big toe and breathing once again. On the next breath, as we bend that right knee, we come back into warrior two. And then float your arm up. Remember, this next move is very challenging, so be careful. You're going to lift up your left heel and turn your left foot back into that crescent lunge we started with. And then we use our arm as we swoop it down, we step forward. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And now we can return back to our chair for some of our final stretches. And just sit comfortably in your chair. So first what we're going to do is some knee circles by lifting up our left foot, taking your left knee. I actually have to come to the edge of my seat here. You may want to too. And you're just going to circle it. So if you're holding on to your shin, see how small my circle is? But if I hold on to the top of my knee, I can make a bigger circle. So remember here, it's important that your leg is relaxed as you circle that knee around. Let's switch directions. And then we move into our half baby. So you pull your left knee towards your chest. If you want it more, you could grab your foot and straighten it out or not. So either way, half baby. This is more like a baby pose, right? than the other. And then slowly let's release as we move to the right leg, picking up the right foot, circling little, maybe big. Bigger's better, slower's better. Switch directions. So the happy baby pose we're about to move into, just so that you know, imagine you were laying on your back in your bed and you pulled your knee up towards your armpit. That's really what the pose looks like, and we're just transitioning it into a baby pose from the chair. So it may look a little different here, but just so you have an idea of what that pose is supposed to look like. Now if you want more, you can grab onto your toes. Maybe you kind of straighten your leg up a little or a lot. And it's beautiful. It's your happy baby. Inhale. On the exhale, let's just release. And we're just going to go right into our Savasana. Savasana is the most important part of your practice. It is the part of your practice that will bring restoration. And the more that you can relax in Savasana, the more energy that will flow through your body, mind, and your spirit. So let us go into Savasana. I encourage you to just lean back into your chair in your most comfortable position. Maybe you slouch down. If you wanted to, if you have a chair close to you that's empty, you could take it and put your feet up. So ideally, with legs up the wall, you would put your feet up on a chair, on blocks, which next week I'll bring some blocks out so you can feel what it feels like for your legs to be weightless. Yeah, so it can hurt your back just to lift them up without any support. So I would not suggest that you lift your legs up unless you have a chair or something to put them on. Maybe you just cross your leg and let one leg be weightless, and then we'll transition to the other leg. Close your eyes, rest your hands either on your thighs or your chair, palms up. Close your eyes and go into total relaxation. If you have your legs crossed because you're trying to have your leg weightless, let's switch to the other. So going across the other leg over. Or maybe you're lucky enough to have an empty chair next to you and your feet are up on that empty chair. Use your breath to relax. We can move into a purifying breath here. How long and deep can you inhale in through the nose? Breathe so deep in through the nose you feel your belly rise. And then on your exhale, make it longer than your inhale, and exhale all the old air out of your body. Sounds like this. If your legs are crossed, uncross them. Relax your legs. Try to take the weight off of them. Maybe let your chin fall to your chest and relax. Sit in the most relaxed position you can find in your chair and just melt into your chair. Final Savasana, total relaxation. Relaxing your mind, relaxing your body, and even your breath. Maybe doing the purifying breath, which is so healing. Inhaling long and deep in through the nose, all the way into the belly, and exhaling through the mouth. One of the reasons oncologists prescribe one-on-one yoga after cancer treatment, it's really because of the breath, because this breath truly can bring healing. And healing along with prayer is very powerful. Let us breathe that healing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Continue to melt into your chair as we just continue to relax the body, relaxing the toes, the balls of the feet. I'm going to go through the whole body, the heels, the calves, behind the knees, your thighs, your buttocks, your spine, your lower back, middle back, upper back, your shoulders, the insides of your elbows, the insides of your wrist, the palms of your hands. Let your palms face upward so that your fingers can just fall and part and bend softly. Let them fall as they naturally fall. And as you relax your thumbs, you'll feel your shoulders relax a little more. Can you relax your belly, your rib cage, and your chest, your neck, your scalp, and all the muscles in your face? Continue to just relax by relaxing your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids, your cheekbones, even your nose and your chin, your ears, your earlobes, even your teeth, your jaw. Unclench your teeth, let them part, and let your tongue fall away from your teeth. Relax your lips and just be. And breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And in this relaxed state, we can open up our hearts and just let our hearts, may your hearts be filled with love. Love of yourself and love of others. And may your hearts be filled with grace today, grace in all circumstances. And gratitude. Let us be thankful for the blessings we have, for being able to come here today and do a chair yoga, or if you're on the mat, a mat yoga. A thankful heart is a joyful heart. May your hearts be filled with joy today. And then most of all, open your hearts and let your hearts be filled with peace. Maybe with that peace and understanding that comes from our Lord. Peace starts in our own hearts, each heart, one heart at a time. But maybe as you leave your practice today, you can share that peace with someone around you. May your hearts be filled with peace today. For he said, I have overcome the world. Let us return to normal breath, in through the nose and out through the nose. As we open our eyes, sit nice and tall, Take your arms out long with your palms up. I hope you enjoyed your chair yoga practice today and that you feel renewed and restored. Let us float our hands up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that love and peace into your heart. And peace be with you today. And namaste. Thank you for coming today. Thank you.